Welcome back. Meanwhile, Stocks Weekly newspaper is out there on the vendors. I think that has been shown a number of times. If you are not able to get it from your vendor, please endeavor to call those numbers. You need to get the copy of the newspaper for this week, this peer-to-peer analysis. We have that there. We also have the article on retirement. We have the article for your children. Very, very important that we're talking about the essence of your children having to pick their career path early enough in life. And then they build as they grow in the line of their passion that they have chosen very early in life. Get Stocks Weekly newspaper. I keep saying that this paper is the type that you must get no matter who you are. Are you in employment? You need it because there is the column that is titled Workplace Efficiency. Are you a leader? There is the column on leadership. Are you a woman? Wow, you must get it. There is the column on women and also homes. Then if you are a young fellow, there's a column that addresses you. If you are a kid, a child, a column that addresses them is there in the newspaper. If you are an entrepreneur, there is the column that addresses you. If you are an investor in the stock market, wow, nobody does it like Stocks Watch. Of course, that is our name. Aruna Kebira is here with me. Is our friend from Global View Capital. Aruna, don't deal Access and Diamond Bank merger. What is your view? Because you are from Global View.
No, I think it's a good step in the right direction. And with the result we are expecting from them is they are going to be standalone as of December 2018. But I think what the market is actually thinking is that what will be the new assets from April 1st. And like I said, it's like depend on what Diamond Bank, the synergy Diamond Bank is going to bring. I look at it that it's going to bring more customer base and it's going to give them more ATMs and more branches. I know maybe they have to collapse some of the branches, especially where Access and Diamond Bank are close together. But in the marketplace, what investors are looking at, what is going to be the outstanding, the share outstanding of Access after the merger. It's going to be huge. It's going to be bogus, over 50 billion. Is there going to be a possibility of share reconstruction? And it's not in every share reconstruction that the shareholders lose out.
Yes, it is only when the price declines.
Yes, if Access can generate enough returns to sort of shift that reduction in the number of units, I think it will be good in the long run.
Meanwhile, on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, so far so good today. The price of Access is up 0.83%. But the day they are to commence, that day, 1st of April, is the first Monday of the month. But it's April Fool. Is that a good day? Or you want to believe that the management of the company, of the bank, does not believe in that superstition? April Fool.
Well, I don't think that April Fool actually have to do with the capital market.
All right. The Usher Index of the Nigerian Stock Exchange is still largely down. However, NSE pension is marginally up 0.02%. NSE premium is marginally up 0.14%. NSE mainboard down, NSE oil and gas down, NSE insurance down, Lotus down, NSE industrial index down, consumer index down, and then NSE corporate governance down, NSE banking majorly down. I think that is where the pressure is coming from because it is down 2.55%. NSE 50 down 1.13%. NSE 30 down 1.02%. And the broad index, NSE ASI, down 0.83%. Is this not rather abnormal
No, I think what we are saying, the markdown of ZENITH, that 250
Right.
kobo, the market will take it as
That's
a
true.
reduction.
A decline.
A decline, that is one side. Then secondly, I saw that Nestle is losing 1.99%.
Yes.
I think that's enough. And Dangote cement is flat.
It's flat.
Mobile is
Nigeria
flat. Nigerian brewery is flat. So Seplat is flat. I think that is exactly what happened. And if there's any possibility that Nestle rebound, I think the oil industry will enter the green.
Now let us see what is happening across the African continent what happened across the African continent last week. You will see that of the 17 markets that we covered, only 7 of them show us the table. Only 7 of them, and that include the Nigerian market. About 10 others were actually down. 4 last week, and that tells you that if you see market fluctuating, it is not restricted or limited to only Nigeria. But we heard that over the weekend, an aircraft was on its way to Kenya, and then it crash landed. All the passengers and even the staff on board perished. We say, may their souls rest in perfect peace. But the market in Kenya was up 2.09% last week. And as a matter of fact, it was the best market for that last week. I want to be sure, I want to believe rather, that morale will relatively be low. As a matter of fact, the market in Kenya might currently be looking down. The market in Rwanda, Botswana, Egypt, and that of Kenya, Egypt, Uganda, and Nigeria were those that were up last week. Right. We come back to our market here in Nigeria. Aruna, let us quickly look at 2 results that were released last week before we now do peer-to-peer analysis. All right, you can see here what Stanbic IBTC did as at the audited report. You could see 4.67% growth in the turnover, that is the top line, and then in the profit after tax, 53.86%. The earning per share grew from 4 naira 60 kobo to 7 naira 4 kobo. Price this time last year was 47 naira. Price this year 48 naira. I think this stock refused to yield despite the negative trend in the Nigerian market for last year. PE ratio from 10.21 last year to 6.81 this year. Earnings yield 9.78% last year. This year 14.66% this year. For those who might be watching that might not know what I'm saying, when you talk about PE ratio, you look at the relationship between current price and the earnings. And technically, what it tells you is the number of years it will take you to recoup your investment at current earnings and price. All right, if the company were to declare all the earnings as dividend, the lower the better for you. But it is not always like that. Sometimes future expectations might be built in to current price of an equity. All right, so it is not in all cases that when PE ratio is low, it becomes a good buy. Aside from that, Aruna, earnings yield is the relationship between also the earnings and price, but what percentage of the current price does the earning constitute? And then we talk about cash dividend, how much they have given. Looking at this performance, how will you rate this performance from Stanbic IBTC?
It is a beautiful outing, but there's one thing is that the stock is a conservative stock, owing to the float. I don't think the
over 60% of it is in the hands of a few people.
There's no volatility in Stanbic
Right.
IBTC.
Let's leave Stanbic IBTC, GT Bank, that is Guaranteed Trust Bank PLC. You see, so far it's only Zenith that we have seen declining in turnover. In the case of Guaranteed Trust, the turnover increased, the profit after tax increased, and all those. The PE ratio, the earnings yield, all of them are a lot better. So how will you also rate the performance?
It's a good outing too. I think some people were talking about they pay 5 kobo lower than what Zenith is paid at. I don't think it is neither here nor there.
But they paid 5 kobo higher than what
they paid last year. I think that's what we should be looking at. And that is why the market has not actually punished GT.
Our time is fast spent, and I would have loved that we spend time to look at this peer-to-peer ratio analysis. Please give me that table in the next 2 minutes before we round off. In gross earnings, all right, Zenith is 630.4 billion. Guarantee is 434 billion, which means the market share, Zenith is eating more than Guarantee. True of us, Aruna.
That's true.
But in profit after tax, that now comes very close, all right? Zenith is 193.4 billion. Guarantee is 184 billion. It's like
that is
Guarantee,
cost.
yes.
That is maybe on advertising.
All right.
Marketing.
Which means that Guarantee is much more effectively managed. They manage their costs
very
than
well.
Zenith. All right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
All right. Then the earning per share here now, that of Guarantee is 6.27 kobo. That of Zenith is 6.16 kobo. That comes to their outstanding number of shares. All right? Because
the PBT.
I would have loved to spend more time to do this, but we really do not have the time. Because in Guarantee, there is 29.43 billion outstanding shares. In Zenith, there is 31.3 billion outstanding shares. All right? Now, if you look at the perception, so how do you people in the market, the stockbrokers, what is your perception about Guarantee?
It is the market that look at Guarantee over and above Zenith. Why? Because it's like when foreign investors are coming, they enter more into Guarantee than Zenith.
Right.
They place more emphasis on GTB.
That is what we call institutional holding. In the case of Zenith, institutional holding is just 18.06%, aside from the over 11% being held by their current chairman. Whereas in GT Bank, we have far higher than that, is about 34.9% holding. And the fact that the current chairman of Zenith is holding 11%, it means that people perceive Zenith to be more or less one man.
It's still a one-man business.
Our time is fast spent. All right. Aruna, your last word. We might have to redo this next week. All right. The man that is there telling us to round off. All right. Just 1 second. Your last word.
Why you say that? Why you think that the market is losing? One, because of the markdown of Zenith today, and I believe that the traders are just watching themselves. They are just being cautious. The market is going to close on a positive level.
And your number, one word.
My number is 002-300-9379. 08023009379.
All right, I've got to go. Time is up, and we say thank you to them up there for at least giving us 1 minute. All right, we hope we'll be able to pay you one of these days. If we cannot, God will pay you. All right, so I've got to leave, but I'm going to be on the radio from tomorrow through to Friday, 103.5 FM, 9 to 9:15 in Lagos. But on this platform, I shall return by the grace of God next Monday. Until then, I remain yours sincerely in wealth creation, its accumulation and preservation. Abayomi Obabulijo. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of program on Lagos Television. That's the best.